The mindset was definitely struggle, was definitely um, trying to put your 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 darkness on record, you know. That's why it opens up with that's why I call where I'm from, and everyone has that. It's like, no, I always had that mindset of like, I'm from nowhere USA, right? Like, I'm not from a big town, I'm not from a big city. And even if you are from a big city, in your head and in your mind, that feeling of 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 emptiness, right? And you have to find it, and you have to pull yourself out of it. You got to pull yourself out of nowhere USA. So that's where and then, like I said, just like struggle, because I would say when I was making that album, it was probably one of the rougher times in life. So you hear a lot of darker sounds sonically, and at its core, there's still hopes and still pieces of optimism. You know, that's why it ends on "What's Now." It's very uplifting, but I contrast it with my lyrics. That's why you have songs like "Chain Gang," where I've been sitting on. I was sitting on that idea for the longest before it came out, and I didn't find the right words to that beat, and a lot of it. It was at the time where I felt the most vulnerable to being one of the most vulnerable times to being killed and destroyed for my skin, and that's where Chain Gang comes from. Like, one half is talking about systemic racism, and the other half is talking about the things that you have to deal with before you even step outside the door to be a subject or to be a victim of systemic racism. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's kind of like struggling with those things, and just like even the song For the Boys, like it's from a place of like reflection and hope, you know, and a place of like, I just don't want to get out. I want everybody that I know to get out. And those were a lot of the themes. There are a lot of that was created out of darkness, but still being optimistic out of that darkness. I would say, and it's probably still my favorite, probably one of my favorite records off the new album that I'm dropping. I plan on dropping it top of 2021. It's got to be No Reservations. Like, that was made in. It just goes to show you how long it takes to actually like perfect a record, right? So that was made in. I want to say it was made January 2019. That was when the beat was made. And that only came about because at the time I was working for a big publication, doing IT for a big publication, and they had let me go. So that was October. I remember it. That was October 2018. I was working for Condé Nast. They own like GQ. They own Pitchfork. They all own all these big publications, Vogue and all that shit. October 2018, they let me go 2 days before the anniversary of my year of starting there, and 2 days before I had to take a trip to Europe. So I was in Europe. I was like, damn, I was bummed. I was in Europe for 11 days, and I was like, yo, I ain't got no job. All this money I'm spending, it ain't coming back. But at the same time, like, yo, I've never felt so free in my life. Like waking up in the morning and just like getting lost in London, getting lost in Amsterdam, getting lost in Paris, going record shopping, like enjoying the culture, enjoying the vibes out there. And then I come back to the States. I started watching The Wire. And then the sample from No Reservations, I heard it on an episode of The Wire. I was like, yo, whatever song that is, I got to find it, and I need to do something with it. Find it. I was bouncing a couple ideas in my head, and I was listening to J-Rock's album, Heavy, Redemption, and he has a song called Rotation 112, and then I'm messing up his name, Bryant Fayaz. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Has a song called Pounds. So I was like, I want to try to make something that's in that kind of vein. And then that's how No Reservations came along. And then adding my touch to it. That's why at the end of the record, My homie says bonbon because that's how they say bye in France. They say bonbon. So that was kind of like a little ode to like that whole year or that whole experience.